really expecting a lot from him. And
yeah, well, he's talking it up, you know. Yeah. We'll see if he can walk the walk.
Well, Moonglade, it's time.
It's time for the picks and bans.
Indeed it is.
This is where all the strategy happens. This is where half the game is fought in the...
Indeed it is. There are games where basically the draft determines it, especially if the teams are very close in skill. It can really be the tipping point and the deciding factor.
I mean, if you pick the wrong hero, if you pick a Wisp by accident and you have 4 supports, you know, the game can end pretty quickly.
That's very true. Okay, so Team Muhan and Dagon-Five, best of 1 in the Tier 2 KDL League. For those of you recently tuning in, my name is Whiplash, and I have the ever so handsome Moonglade joining me.
It's great to be here, Whiplash. I'm loving it already. And we're just about to get started.
Yeah.
So this guy seems to be a support player. They showed an icon of a vestige down below his name, so I'm assuming that's his favorite hero.
He told me it was Wraith King.
All right, well, I don't know what that picture was for then.
A little confusing.
So far, they've banned out the Invoker, the Centaur, and the Ancient Apparition from Dagon-Five.
Yeah, Muhan's ban's not entirely surprising. What I've noticed is that the Korean scene is somewhat similar trend-wise to the Southeast Asian scene because there is a lot of overlap as far as practice goes and quality of games. A lot of the Koreans will actually go practice on the Korean on the
Southeast
Asian
Asian
servers.
Yeah.
So a lot of the meta kind of transfers over to the Korean server, and one of those just really powerful heroes you see nowadays is the Centaur. So seeing him banned out this early in the stage is not surviving.
You see him played a lot these days. I mean, with his ulti, the Stampede is just so effective in like starting engagements and retreating. And yeah, no surprise there. And Lycan, also a very, very popular pick these days. Very important carry.
Yeah, indeed he is. Lycan's normally banned out in the first phase. I can't actually remember the last time where he got through.
Yeah.
Dagon-Five's bans, I mean, those are still like top-tier support heroes in the current meta, but I would expect them to ban out someone like a Lycan over those two heroes, maybe instead of the Shadow Shaman.
Absolutely. They're scared of pushing, it seems. I mean, Shadow Shaman very effective with his wards, his Shackle, and his Serum.
At Dagon-Five, their first 2 picks are the Lion and Bat Rider, so grabbing a lot of very powerful initiation. Most likely their offlaner as well with the Bat Rider, and on the Radiant side, very powerful. You're able to kind of grab that dire hard creep camp and soak some experience from there. Pretty much unpunished, but the Lion pickup I find to be more interesting.
That's very interesting. You don't see Lion as much these days, and to pick him first is quite interesting indeed. A very good nuker, and obviously his stun and Hex, all very effective.
His ultimate is kind of like a powered-up Dagon.
It's pretty much just a Dagon, man.
Yeah. The question will be, Moonglade, do they get Lina?
Ooh, I hope so.
Just burst damage across the board.
They don't want to get too crazy. See, Muhan pretty much getting rid of all carries they can. I mean, like getting rid of the Ember Spirit and that last character I didn't get to see, but another carry.
Bristleback, I believe it was.
Wow, Bristleback.
Yeah, from the other team. Ember Spirit, not a surprising ban there. Bristleback was from the other team's ban.
Right.
And okay, it was a Lifestealer.
Lifestealer.
All right, well, if they want to ban out the Lifesteal, I guess that's fine.
They just don't want to deal with any sort of carries. What are these guys going to choose? They choose a Lich for third. This is interesting.
I have to say that Dagon's picks and bans are a little wonky, and this could reflect the low stats that the Koreans decided to give them.
They're just very brave. They know what they want, and
I like their spunk.
They have spunk. They have confidence, I like to think.
Yes.
And they're going for some interesting picks, and it should be fun to see what happens.
Now, the thing is, they're showing a lot of previous heroes played at the bottom, and I don't know how many of these guys have previously played in the KDL, but I'm pretty sure most of them haven't.
No.
So,
do you think they're getting the stats from like the qualifier?
That's very possible. I think that would, I guess that is the only place they could really get stats from.
Pretty much it, as far as I could think.
I guess that kind of makes sense.
And they got rid of the Death Prophet too, so they're really afraid of like pushing sort of heroes.
Yeah, well, Ancient Apparition, Shadow Shaman, Death Prophet can be a really annoying combo if you want to do a bit of pushing. Ancient Apparition more so, and just it forces you to not team fight at certain times. But Team Muhan, I'm liking their lineup a lot more so far. They
seem to have like a much more traditional lineup.
Exactly.
Yeah, much more cookie cutter, safe sort of style. I mean, that's probably the best way to go about it, having a best of one. And especially against an opponent you probably haven't played before, you want to kind of feel them out, play like a traditional sort of game, see what they're doing. Where these Dagon guys, they're just doing what they feel is best. They're just doing whatever they want, you know.
They're going to shape the meta on their own. New meta, guys. New meta.
Dagon-Five meta.
They picked up the Wraith King, and that's not entirely surprising since the face of their team kind of told me, hey, Wraith King, he's my favorite hero. And since he's the carry role, this will not be a support Wraith King, and it would be kind of weird if they did that as well due to the Lich and Lion pick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually, if Dagon-Five picked the Wraith King, former Skeleton King, a little bit earlier and saved like the Lion or Lich for the last pick, it would kind of disguise their lineup a little bit more. And
it would definitely do so.
I would have preferred them to do something more along those lines. But the Shadow Demon is the next pickup for Muon, so it's
such
just
a strong support.
Yeah, like you said.
It's definitely one of the highest tier supports right now. You see just about every game, as long as it's not banned, someone's using it.
There's certainly Shadow Demon seen a lot nowadays. I wouldn't say he's banned out entirely as much as picked, but he's definitely picked a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And if people keep picking that hero, then they'll start to ban him out a little more. Kind of like how Dazzle's, he's gotten into that little niche role as well as one of those supports that are being banned out so much nowadays.
Yeah, well, Shallow Grave is just such a pain, man.
It is a pain. Imagine Shallow Grave on a Wraith King, man. He's never dying.
That's disgusting, man. He's got too many lives as it is.
Although I guess if you're initiating with the Wraith King and not playing him in the carry role, you want to let him kind of die off at least once.
Yeah.
Maybe not twice, but once.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, I believe Shadow Fiend was the last ban from Muhan. So I guess they just want to get that mid hero out of the way, and based on their lineup, they are looking for that mid lane hero. The same could be said for Dagon-Five. I don't think they'll run the Batrider mid, although it is a possibility.
Very possible right now. We'll have to wait and see what they're going to choose. I mean, it could be anything.
Yeah, I just like Batrider in the offlane a lot more.
He's so strong. Like his escape is so good. Like I think it's pretty much perfect lane for him.
Well, a lot of the heroes you do see here are getting a bit of a nerf, getting the nerf bat next patch, so we may not see as much Lycan. Maybe even Batrider not as much. I think we'll see a lot more Lich with the Aghanim Scepter buff.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, the Lich is a new ultimate. If you get the Aghanim Scepter, the Chain Frost will bounce indefinitely. There's no limit on the bounces, so we've already seen people abuse this, and they'll put them on the Ancients, and it's just a million balls, like flying around, and then as soon as an enemy hero comes near, they like get one shot. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's insane. That's so cool.
That's Cyan saying Dagon-Five fighting.
Oh, good Korean. You've learned a lot.
The basic Korean. That's what I know.
And they go for Storm Spirit.
Yeah.
All right, so that must be their mid. Batrider off lane, safe lane Wraith King, and a
Viper.
Viper. Oh, I like that.
So the Viper versus mid against the Storm Spirit. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I have to say that Dagon-Five's lineup is looking a little trolly compared to Muhan's.
It's definitely looking interesting. It should be a very interesting game. Let's see if they can kind of break the meta. He's trying to.
We'll have to see. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to move into the first match of the day. Dagon-Five versus Muhan, Tier 2 Best of 1 here at the KDL Korean DOTA2 League, casted by Whiplash and Moonblade. All right, we're going to move into the match. Muhan and Dagon-Five. Are you ready, Moonblade?
I'm so ready.
All right. Normally in Dota broadcasts, I like to do kind of player introductions, but they handle that beforehand, and we don't have control over the camera as well. Just throwing that out there for viewers who may be interested or not sure. So we can't necessarily bring up the stats you may want. Apologize about that, but There's a Korean observer handled independently from us, so we don't have control over that. We'll do the best we can to bring the information to you
Just
guys.
got to go with the flow, man. Then we got Lion, played by Guac, chilling in the jungle. Storm Spirit middle, as we thought. Already kind of like a nice little ward there in the lane, safe lane.
And Dazzle just chilling near the mid lane. He may help out for a little bit or just look for an early first blood. We do see that Shadow Demon is nearby. Just kind of hanging out there. And, well, he may be moving towards the bottom lane from the look of things. And I guess the top rune looking to be quickly grabbed up if it spawns there by the Dazzle.
And it looks like it is up top. I'll have to wait and see what it is. Oh, Haste Rune. This could be something. This could be a play.
That certainly could be Moonglade. It's going to be a dual lane for the time being at mid, with Lich helping out. He's already sacrificed a single creep, but keep in mind that doesn't give him any type of abilities to use if there's an early engagement.
That's right. He'll only have his right click, so quite useless until level 2. But definitely helps denying a creep and stopping that Viper from getting levels as quickly, his farm as quickly. I feel like the Viper really comes online mid-game. Really good at ganking. If it gets like a Shadow Blade, can be really effective. So slowing that down as much as you can is probably a really great idea.
Well, nowadays we don't see the Shadow Blade too much. Generally, I would assume he's going to be their mech carrier this game.
Ah, okay. See, I just play my pub games, so I'm always going Shadow Blade, man. I'm sorry.
That was the old style for sure.
Yeah, it's such a fun style. You know, just ganking, running around.
Uh-oh, this Lich actually could be in a bit of trouble.
Really out of position right here. And he might survive. Oh, that's first blood.
Holy crap, and he's also chasing away the Storm Spirit. That was
a really strange place to be for the Lich.
I think he was trying to scare away the Viper, or maybe force him in a little bit more so the Storm Spirit could end up killing him, but losing a 2v1 is kind of very, very rookie mistake.
And that's exactly what you don't want on that Viper. You don't want to give him the first blood because he's gonna snowball so quickly and he's gonna dominate that mid lane and he's gonna be ganking like there's no tomorrow in no time.
Indeed he is. This was not good for the Storm Spirit. This is a hero that can certainly snowball, but you want to give him at least a decent start. He can catch up. He's definitely a great late game hero as well, but you do need to at least get your Orchid or something on him.
And this Lich is hanging around again. He's taking a lot of hits.
Look at this Viper, man. Continuing to pressure.
This Viper is not afraid. I mean, you can't sit on the low ground to a Viper and like maybe throw out one Nova and then expect it to be all good and everything's okay. Like, he does so much damage.
I'm already not liking Dagon-Five's position. They're going to lose a 2v1 mid lane against a Viper, which is a very strong mid lane hero, but still not the position you really want to be in. I think that, I guess their Bat Rider will not have an amazing time in his lane, but as long as he doesn't mess up too much, he will survive. Double damage rune will be grabbed by Viper, which could open up a lot of possibilities in this mid lane for another kill.
I could see a double kill happening pretty soon if these guys keep overstepping, committing to trying to trade with this Viper. I'm pretty sure like a level 1 Nova at this point is doing less damage than like a right click from the Viper, to be honest.
All right, well, Lion's rotated towards the mid lane. Could be potentially setting up a gank, but there's a lot of good ward coverage from Muon, and the Viper will see the attempted gank coming. It's like, oh, well, never mind, they're smoked, so this could be bad. Viper, uh-oh.
This could be a great way to come
He's
back.
out of position, trying to dive on the Storm Spirit.
Oh, a great engagement here, but he still gets a kill, and he might get another one.
Oh, Shadow Demon! Oh, is he going to get another one? One more? No.
Oh, my goodness.
They won't get the Storm Spirit, but still, I would be happy with that trade if I was Viper.
Yeah, that was a great trade. That was a great TPN.
Oh, man. This Lich is feeding mid lane, feeding Lich.
Yeah, this Lich needs to go to another lane, I think. Just needs to leave
I think he needs to get out of here.
Yeah, he's pretty much just taking the Storm Spirit's experience right now, and I mean, like, he needs to kind of try and catch up against this Viper. This Viper is getting way too big.
Well, at least Storm Spirit's still equal in levels, but that's not going to last for too long, I feel.
No, I don't think so.
Bat Rider's just doing his thing in the top lane, grabbing a little bit of experience from the hard camp. Viper grabs the illusion rune, and this guy's in just great shape.
Yeah, he's doing fantastically.
Wraith King's doing pretty good in the bottom lane as well. They got the double stun to try to scare away Nyx Assassin, and there's the follow-up from the Lion, but Spike Carapace, Wraithfire follow-up. I think they're going to get him. Another hit. And
great kill.
He's dead. He's down. Dagon-Five picking up another kill.
Just what they need. At least their safe lane is doing well, and I mean that kill with the Wraith King definitely going to help him out. But they get the top tower.
Very nice.
I mean, so Muhan's still in the lead, still doing really well.
We're going to score a Batrider. Warlock porting in. Not Warlock, Lion. I always call Lion Warlock, by the way. It's just
yeah?
It's a weird little thing I do.
That is kind of strange, man, but I like Warlock, so that's okay with me. Some more harass coming out.
He won't be able to get a kill.
No,
just trying to be annoying.
Trying to delay the creeps from getting to the tower, you know, doing some damage, making him a bit more wary.
The one thing to note is this Wraith King will have to deal with the mana burn from Nyx Assassin in these mid-game team fights, which could actually just simply bring him below the threshold for reincarnation.
Very
you
good
need
point.
the mana for the passive to work. And if he doesn't have that mana, then, I mean, he's just dead.
Yeah. It's a great lane for Nyx to be in. I mean, to continually harass him, trying to mana burn him down throughout the whole game.
You know what?
It will make ganks a lot easier.
And Nyx has managed to pick up his mana boots, so definitely a lot more survivability in his lane. In addition to the insane base regeneration that Nyx has. He has 3 base regeneration, the highest of any hero in the game.
Wow, that's interesting.
Muon, though, so far they are slightly leading in this game. Certainly winning the mid lane more than anything else, and I guess Lich did decide to kind of hightail it out of there for the time being. But Muon, they have a few heroes in the bottom lane. Maybe they'll try to get a smoke gank on the Wraith King, but he does have reincarnation currently.
Yeah, maybe some more mana burn coming out. Oh, looks like they're going to try something.
Nice Impale follow-up. Shadow Poison as well. Can they get him? They're going to proc the reincarnation, but I don't think... Well, if they can actually finish him off, another second, okay, they get it, but here's the problem.
They're going to try and finish it?
They can't finish him off, Moonglade. He's A-okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of a pointless gank, to be honest. I mean, they wasted time, 3 heroes bottom. Like, sure they made him use his reincarnate, but they can't follow it up at all. And while the other 2 lanes are farming up, like middle lane, I would have thought well, I guess it was okay. It's kind of pointless.
The good thing to take out of this is that the reincarnation cooldown at level 1 is extremely long.
That is true. That is true. So I guess for the next few minutes there, it's a bit more dangerous for the Wraith King.
Absolutely. He'll be playing more safe, or he'll have to have a few more supports nearby, like we've seen this Lion in the bottom lane, just chilling out for the time being. But if we check out Lycan, man, he's gotten a lot of farm, up to 45 last hits.
Wow, got his Vlads online. He's just having an easy time in the safe lane. I mean, there's no real threat there.
His supports gave him a lot of space.
Yeah.
Gave and created up to 50 at this point, compared to the 36 of Wraith King. So already a pretty darn large disparity as far as last hits are concerned for both teams.
Absolutely. Viper's still doing very well in middle. Storm Spirit slightly behind, but I mean, it's not game-breaking for him yet.
Not the best position. He can eventually catch up if things start to go better for him. And I do like Storm Spirit later than the Viper late game. Viper, like you mentioned, Moonglade definitely kind of comes online in the mid stage more than anything else.
Definitely fades, yeah, late game. I agree completely.
You can just zip around with your endless mana late game in Storm Spirit and have an insane lockdown with a stun or a silence and sheep. So.
Absolutely.
Look at that. Wraith King still has 145 seconds remaining.
Wow.
For his ultimate.
That's such a long time.
Well, Moonglade looks like we're going to have a little bit of action in the bottom lane. They will move in onto the Wraith King, and he's going to throw a little bit of damage onto the Dazzle, and he gets picked off now. Moving on to the Shadow Demon. Can they get him? Lycan moving in, trying to pick off the Wraith King. They do get him, and Nyx Assassin forced the runaway. They do get Lion. And
this
Storm Spirit
is going to chase everyone down.
Dagon-Five actually lost so many people in that fight.
That was a huge blunder. I feel they just shouldn't have followed at all. They saw the TPs in and they just got crushed by Viper, Lycan.
Oh, both teams were looking for an engagement around this point, but Dagon-Five, we've already kind of seen that they've gotten outplayed kind of in the earlier stages, and when it comes to a team fight, I don't think they really have what it takes to win in these engagements.
They should really be looking for like maybe more picks, less about a team fight right now, maybe more picking off, maybe trying to deal with this Viper middle a bit more. I mean, it's dominated so much.
Oh, Viper's already won mid lane at this point. And Lycan has done a great job farming up at top. We'll probably see Muon get a pretty early Roshan. They have a lot of map control at this point with both the Tier 1 towers and the top and bottom lane destroyed on Dagon-Five's end. So this is going to basically just give Muon a lot of nice map control, but we have another potential engagement happening.
Looks like they kind of overstayed their welcome in the jungle, to be honest. Doesn't seem like they should have stuck around for so long. Losing the
looks like
Dazzle.
He'll be A-okay. A lot of wand charges available for Nyx, but he did have the Vendetta to escape that situation. Well, Wraith King, he'll at least have a reincarnation available to him momentarily. 20 seconds to go. The Viper, very close to that mechanism. I think he just needs the recipe. So that'll be online very soon, and encourage Muon to do a lot more team
much
fighting.
gold for the Lycan right now.
Yeah.
Oh, he is so well fed.
84 last hits. Definitely having sound mechanics to get that many last hits.
Absolutely.
The Wolves are doing a little bit of scouting. Maybe they can find a potential pick-off target, but Lycan, I guess he has enough mana if he uses his wand charges to go shapeshift and try to pick somebody off. Oh, wow. That Viper is so cheeky. He just straight up Viper strikes onto the Lich. Another right click should get him, but there's some supports behind the Viper to keep him A-okay. Oh, very nice impale.
That was a really brave Viper. I can't believe he just sat there and waited for the TP to come in and then deal with him.
Oh, wow. Lion actually ends up dying.
Wow. It's just not going Dagon-Five's way right now.
Well, the Tier 1 tower. We're going to see Dagon try to defend, but it's very low. They can't even get the deny. Storm Spirit dragging in. The Nyx assassin, he's going to get disrupted for the time being. A-okay. Wraith King ultimate popped. They're able to pick him down, but can they get him a second time? Lasso dragging away the Viper. Currently a shallow grave, but I don't know if he can survive this one. He got healed up. The mech is available. It is used up. Wraith King, can he get him? Yes, the Wraith Fire was able to finish him off. So Dagon-Five still showing signs of life.
And here comes the Lycan.
Oh,
It's
no.
finally time for the Lycan to show himself and clean it all up by the looks of it. Oh my goodness.
Get the
Is he going to get a triple? Oh!
Oh, son. Not enough, though. Oh, my. Well, Storm Spirit trying to do his best to kill off Lycan, but even the Shadow Demon's just helping him out too much, Moonglade.
The Shadow Demon is doing so well with his disruptions. Both supports are just keeping them alive for so long, really prolonging the fights.
Oh my gosh. This is such a terrible deficit this early on into the match.
Yeah.
13 minutes, 10,000 gold, 5,000 experience.
That is not looking good at all.
It's not, certainly not.
Too many bad team fights. Too many just bad engagements, trying to fight when they're down. Like, for instance, that fight in the middle was 3v4 under a tower, and I mean, they just didn't have what it took to take any hero down.
Indeed. Dagon-Five also, I mean, their picks are all right, but Muon's certainly going with the more metagame, solid build.
Yeah, they're going with the standard, the safe picks, and I mean, they got Lycan, so I mean, they were pretty happy with this pick and bans.
And if we look at the net worth as well, Lycan is just way ahead of the pack, up to 8K. Viper behind him at 5,600, but Wraith King is even farther behind that, and that's supposed to be the position 1 hero for Dagon-Five.
Yeah.
If their main carry doesn't even have any farm,
it's almost got as much farm as the Nyx almost has as much farm as a Wraith King, and that's not right. It's not right at all. And they get Roshan.
Yep, Roshan going to Muon, no surprise there.
Viper.
Ooh. Nyx Assassin looking for some food. See if he can eat up all.
Is he going to try and eat a Wraith King?
Can he kill a skeleton? Either the Lich or the Wraith King. Oh, Vendetta actually off cooldown. He does have...
He needs to get out of there, I think.
Oh, okay. He doesn't engage there. Oh, Viper going to spot Bat Rider. He has to Firefly way out of there.
And it looks like they're just going to go for the tier 2. And I mean, I don't think there's anything to stop them. They could try and fight it, but I don't think it's going to matter at all. They just can't fight this team right now in a team fight.
No, they certainly can't. I mean, Blink Dagger available for the Bat Rider, but I'm not even sure if it matters at this point because Nyx Assassin has picked his up as well. There's a Necrominion Book 3, Necromicon 3 for the Lycan, and giving him ridiculous push power. They have the mech. They have the team for mid-game to take down these towers and to end this match. I wouldn't even be surprised, Moonglade, if this ends before the 20-minute mark.
Yeah, I'm definitely seeing it, and here they go for another engagement. They're going to fight under their tier 3.
Yeah. Oh, out comes the Chain Frost as well. They managed to kill off the Bat Rider. And Wraith King could be next. He will indeed fall.
And they haven't lost anyone. I mean, that bounced quite a few times, but there's just so much healing, so much... the supports just do so well.
Weave, the armor from Weave helped them out so much.
Absolutely. Weave, Shallow Grave, Shadow Wave. I mean, it all helps so much against this kind of team fight. And these guys are not looking too happy.
They aren't. I mean, they looked so happy and confident moving into this first game, and to just get shut down so hard, Moonglade definitely has to hit you right in the feels.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the KDL, man. You got to man up. You're going to have to think some better picks and bans for the next game. They got to learn that the meta is the meta for a reason. The Lycan is picked a lot for a reason, and this is exactly why.
They did kill off Dazzle, but he decides to buy back. Moving on the Viper, uses the mech. Wraith King trying to right-click him down a little bit more, and they'll be able to get him one more shot. They pop the Aegis, and Bat Rider did manage to lasso away someone in the meantime. More buybacks coming from Dagon-Five. The Lich is dead for the time being. Storm Spirit zipping around. Can he get a kill? That's the question. I'm not sure. And Lycan with the shapeshift. He's going to chase down Storm Spirit, and he's stunned, but it's not enough. They still kill him, and well, there's a Dagon.
It looks like it's a GG.
Dagon's bot, but it doesn't matter. GG is called. Well played, my Buon.
Very well played. Very solid game.
They put on a clinic on how to embarrass a newer team coming into the KDL. That's
kind of like a rite of passage, you know. It's like, all right, boys, welcome to the KDL. You cannot choose like a Lich